Hey guys, welcome back to the meat end. Thanks for sticking in and following me while I was on vacation. I appreciate you hanging in here. Today we're going to do a pizza because last week we ate like kings with the shredded pulled pork, some lasagna that I made, and some brisket. So this week we're just going to like kind of take it easy. We're going to do a quick Chicago style pizza, and we're going to keep this going front to back all the way to the end, and we're going to see how the editing goes. All right, so what we're going to do, first thing we've done is we've taken a dab of butter and we've placed it into the cast iron skillet, and this is a 12-inch cast iron skillet, and we're going to go ahead and just smear that butter around, which is going to help actually give the dough a nice golden brown flavor or color, and it should give it a little extra flavor and help that get a nice golden color. So now that that's done, and we're actually going to do this the easy way. We're going to actually use some canned pizza dough just to help keep this easy. Because when you're coming home from vacation, you don't feel like doing a whole lot. Got a lot of unpacking to do, got a lot of cleaning to do, laundry, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple short steps here. We're going to knock a little bit of flour, add on to the cutting board here, and we're going to get this rolling. What we're going to do is we're going to spread this out as best we can to help fill that pan, and this is going to be our base layer. And we're just going to hand stretch this out. Try and keep the real thin parts together. And we're there. All right, so again, we're going to try and make this easy for cleanup. Okay, and we are going to very, very carefully place this all the way down to the bottom edge of the pan, mashing out any and all of the air that may be trapped under there. So we're going to lift, drop down, and kind of pinch and seal so that we don't have any holes, no air. Make sure that it fills in really, really nicely. One of the misconceptions about Chicago deep dish pizza is that it is a thick crust. It does not have to be a thick crust. Basically, again, pizza, like barbecue and everything else that I try to do, is pretty much to be to your liking. If you don't like a seasoning, find a substitute for it. If you like a seasoning, you could always put more in there. And from there, we are just about set. So we've got the first layer in. I've got all the air bubbles popped out of there. The ones I couldn't squeeze out of there, I took a little knife to and just gave it a little slice, let that one out, and then just pinch the dough shut. And that's how you get rid of the air bubbles. All right, so we're going to leave this lay on the overhang until we get the top piece on. And we're going to try and, like I said, thicken up the wall just a little bit. And if you have to, put a little patch on it, just like a repair tire. That'll get you through. All right, so first piece is down. What we're going to do is we're going to take a stack of sliced mozzarella cheese, and we are going to place this halfway up the wall of the cast iron pan and spread it out to the bottom. One more piece for the center. And not to worry, because there will be no leftover cheese here today. Nobody will be left out for cheese. All right, so we've got that in there. Got that all pushed down nice and neat. We're going to take a little bit of jar sauce. So find your favorite jar sauce. And we're going to pop a little bit of that in there. Just a little bit. Spread that around. And most Chicago style pizzas put this up on the top. However, we like a little bit of a more gravy. For those of you in the Philadelphia or Italian neighborhoods or descents, you'll know that it's always considered gravy, even though it's red. Whole nother story for another video. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take some provolone. We're going to do the same thing. Pile that high up on the wall of the pizza. Going about halfway up the wall, tucking it in. And again, don't feel sorry for any of the pizza because, or for any of the cheese, because it's all going to get used. There is only the last kid on the block. What we've done is we've chopped up and browned off some sausage. We're going to put all of that in there because we do like a meaty pizza. And we're going to stir that in there. And we're going to take a whole bunch of pepperoni. And we're going to throw this in here. Because, you know, every bite should have a piece of pepperoni or a piece of sausage, right? Or both. And again, we can get this from the deli. You can get the pre-packaged stuff, whichever makes it easier for you. Feel like I'm making ratatouille here. Anyways, we're going to wrap this all the way around, put a whole layer of pepperoni in here. And again, you can get the thin slice or the small nickels. You can get the large nickels, whichever is your preference. We're going to go ahead and put another layer of mozzarella in here, because again, what's pizza without cheese? Do a whole layer. We'll take some more provolone. Just kind of balance that out a little bit. I killed the provolone. Another quick layer of pepperoni going around. Now, pizza like this will probably run you $20 or so in the stores. Making this pizza is probably going to cost me, including all the cheeses and meats, might cost me about $12 to $15. So, and the thing is, I get to make the pizza my way with as much or as little of the meats and seasonings that I like and my wife likes. So with that, we've got that started. We're going to put this off to the side. Little piece of sausage got out of the way. All right, going to put a little bit more flour down. Spread that around. Pop another pizza dough. Again, you can make your own dough. My wife and I were looking for quick and easy coming back from vacation. And this is pretty much ready to go on its own. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat since I got extra sliced provolone. And I'm going to put one more layer on top of that pepperoni just to kind of sandwich it down in place. Again, there's no shortage of cheese in this pizza. Once we have that, dough's pretty much stretched out to where it needs to be. Just pat any thin spots out. Fold this back. Bring the pan back over. Make it kind of like a pie. Come on, let go. There we go. All right. Again, we're going to lift the sides. We're going to knock out the air. And we're going to pat it down a little bit. Just to make sure. That's better. All right. Once we got that going, we're going to take a sharp knife and we're going to cut some of the excess dough off. And with that, you can kind of make, fried dough, which is kind of like a little Italian treat. You do some fried dough in some hot grease that goes to about 350 degrees, and then sprinkle it with a little bit of a powdered sugar. You want to do that. You want to do cheesy breadsticks, you can do that, just to help keep your waste down. Waste meaning things that you throw away, not your belt size, because those are two entirely different things. All right, so we've got that kind of trimmed up. We're going to kind of pinch in the edges to help kind of give it a good little seal. Again, kind of looking like a little dessert pie. probably could have trimmed a little bit more off there, but we're going to let that go because, you know, even the family dog likes a little bit of pizza. All right, what I'm going to do, they say to pinch and rip some slits in here to allow the pizza sauce that you're going to place on the top to get down into the pizza. I like, again, my wife and I like a little bit of a wetter pizza. So we're going to cut quite a few of these little notches in here. Kind of crisscross them a little bit just to make sure that the sauce or gravy does get down into there. All right, when we're done that, again, we're going to put more of the tomato sauce on. Give that a good spread around. All right. From there, we're going to put, guess what? We got more cheese. And again, it doesn't matter if you use sliced or shredded. I like to use the shredded up on top because it does give it a nice, a little bit more nice melt. So what's a little cheese amongst friends? So we're going to go ahead and spread this out. Push it all the way out to the edges. Oh, we got a couple pieces of pepperoni that didn't make it onto the football team. So in this game, everybody plays. So we're going to put some more pepperoni players onto the pizza. Kind of dress it up a little bit. And then we're just going to take a little bit of Italian seasoning. And again, we kind of like it a little bit of Italian seasoning. It's got a little bit of oregano, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of rosemary. Give it a little sprinkle across the top. And the pizza's done. It smells great. It's going to go into the smoker at about 400 degrees. It's going to be there for about a half an hour. Stay tuned. I'm going to bring you right back to see it coming off of the grill, and I'll show you how we get this monstrosity out of the pan, because I know a lot of people have always asked me that every time I post this video. Stay tuned, be sure to follow, and see if I can get this out of the pan without too much of a mess. Be right back.